Welcome again. I'm the motherfucking Batman, David John Lincoln, aka the Savage Bat, with very special guest and very good friend of mine, Jeremy Piner, DC comedian. Welcome, mate.
Hey, I appreciate it, bud. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, this has been a long time coming. As obviously you know, I've been planning doing this channel for God knows how long now. But
All the time.
it's a pleasure to get you on the channel. We've been in this a long time now. Been friends for God knows how many
Yeah,
years.
it's been a long, long time, but we've been at this, going at it as a team. I mean, we've been pounding at it. I mean, it took a long time for me to even get on Twitter, though. I mean, everybody always
Yeah,
told me to stay off there. It was just not good for DC Snyder fans, you know? Like, but I
yeah,
mean, after the Snyder Cut was finally announced, I was just like, like maybe I can take this as a win, and just try to push from that and use that as the momentum. But
yeah, definitely. Well, yeah. To be honest with you, Twitter is a shit show. I only use it to support the SnyderVerse. Same with release the Snyder Cut. It's funny how things turn out actually because now that we've just recently helped win Zach 2 Academy Awards using the hashtags. The haters are kind of saying, "Oh, Snyder fans rule Twitter now. It's a hostile takeover," and it's funny how these things work out, isn't it?
hashtags actually work though. They do
Yeah,
work.
hashtags actually work. They got us the Snyder Cut, 2 awards, for Zach, and restore the Snyderverse, make the Batfleck movie, release the Eye Cut, all looking very fucking highly likely
Yeah,
now.
it's all looking good. All looking good.
Yeah, it's hot. So for the benefit of the audience, a lot of you, if you're a Snyder fan and you haven't seen Jeremy's memes, the DC comedian, you must be living on a different planet because he consistently makes hilarious shit all the time. I honestly don't know how you do it. I've been making memes a long time, but there's no way I could keep up with that. You've done
Sometimes I
really
just
well.
do things. I mean, they just pop out.
Yeah, that's right. Well, DC comedian, that's it. And they are
I
pretty
can't hold
funny.
it.
And
There's no filter half the time. There ain't no filter, and I can't really do much about it.
no, I know. Well, you know me. I'm the same. It's always getting me in trouble. That no filter. But yeah, no, you've
There's a couple on there that I'm still surprised they're still on Facebook. Like,
yeah.
I can't believe it. Uh,
Yeah, I know. Well, like most 90% of the time, you just do these, you make these things. But sometimes we work together, don't we? Through the messenger,
yeah,
and
yeah.
there's been so many
I mean, I pick up a
templates.
lot from just communication. Like just our
Yeah,
conversations alone, I'll be picking up stuff. Ideas.
yeah. But there's a lot of the templates that are on, the mem sites and stuff.
Yeah, the meme
W-
generators. They've
yeah,
been
the mem
picking up my stuff
generators.
now. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
they've
yeah.
been
Yeah, and it's stuff that we took that you know life is good, but it could be better. I remember us talking about that, and then you done
Yep.
your one, and I done a version of it,
I
and
couldn't get the
yeah, Nat,
template put down right. I was trying to figure it out, and I was like overthinking it. And then, like, I remember I was just like, "I want to just put it out like it is." Life is good, but it could be better.
yeah, that's right, yeah, and it could be,
That's
no
right.
disrespect to the Wonder Woman '84 fans, but
No, absolutely not.
it wasn't a great movie.
Pretty soon we'll be able to say it's all canon, and we'll all be happy together. Let's unite with that
Yeah,
for sure.
100%. There's something for everyone. Like I've said this
Yeah,
before about the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker. Suicide Squad not so much. That probably grow on me eventually. I don't know, but
right.
certainly not Peacemaker. But a lot of people enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, I've
And
watched it. Me and my girlfriend sit down and watch the whole series. Like, waiting on the next
yeah,
one. I mean, we're going to support it because it's DC no matter what. But I mean, we're gonna
Yeah.
really like push for like the SnyderVerse. We want to see it completed.
That's right. That's right. And like again, we make jokes and stuff, and people take it the wrong way, and get rubbed up, But I think some people don't realise, this is just for entertainment. We're only fucking around, and it's a shame what's happened with Warner Brothers and Hamada and Co and all that, but it's looking highly likely now that that they're all gone, and Sarnoff's gone, Jason Kilar's gone. There's just recent.
They were like tearing the whole fandom apart. Like
they was tearing the fans apart. Intentionally, being spiteful towards the fans and Zack. Dropping that Justice League trailer. The 2017 one. I can't remember. After the Snyder Cut was released, I can't really remember how many dislikes it got. They've changed the format of YouTube now.
Yeah, you can't even look and see now.
You can't even see what the dislikes were, but it was something. It was something heavily in the tens of thousands, because people were like, "What are you playing at?" Do you know what I mean? The Snyder Cut's just been released. It's a total success. Why drop?
Let's just watch it in 4K. Maybe this will make it better.
Yeah, but yeah. All it'll do is show how much the crappy CGI is. It'll just show it more.
Yeah.
Particularly poor old Henry Cavill's face. Yeah. To be honest with you, if I was Henry Cavill and I'd watched that after after acting it, I would be seriously fucking pissed if they'd done that to me. Butchered my character and made my face look like that. It was
Frankenstein's monster.
Frankenstein's monster. That's exactly what it is. And the same with Ben Affleck. There's those jokes. Something's definitely bleeding. And things like that, and
low key cringe.
yeah. It's old Superman saying, "Tell me, do you bleed?" And someone wrote to Zack on Vero, "Was this in the original?" And Zack put, "What? That doesn't even make any sense." It don't. It's like he's incompetent executives, and obviously Joss Whedon. Jesus, that was probably the worst thing to happen to DC in a long time.
There's films that I like that were Joss Whedon and James Gunn. Like Brightburn by James Gunn was awesome.
Yeah. Honestly, he's done some belters. He's had his controversies, and we'll have to see how that turns out. But he's done some great. And so has Joss Whedon. He done Firefly. That's really good.
I love that series and that movie.
Yeah, and not praising Joss Whedon, he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
do you know what I mean? He has done some good stuff in the past, and some shitters, like Alien Resurrection. That's probably that's probably the worst Alien movie. It's not it's not that bad, but it's definitely the worst one.
It's definitely one of the worst.
Yeah, definitely one of the worst. But yeah. I was just thinking back to the history of the SnyderVerse and stuff, and how we met. We was doing memes
between Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, and it's just been a long time, and I was just recently Wesley Shepherd passed away. He was one of the people that was around. So rest in peace, Wesley Shepherd. If anyone knew him, he was a soldier of the superhero genre and fandom and stuff. And that was it's been a long time. That just shows you life's just so short, and just grab it by the balls, people.
You
You know,
gotta take care of life. I mean, every life's precious, every day's precious. You know, hold on to
that's
the ones you love.
that is exactly right. You know, well, you know, you've told me you've yeah, similar problems to me in the past. You know, with mental health stuff and addiction and stuff, and you've lost friends. You know, and I've just recently a sort of narrative that's been pushed. You know, these are only movies. It's only entertainment, which is complete bullshit because they're not. You know, Man of
That's saving
Steel.
lives. I
Yeah,
mean,
saving lives. Man of Steel, you know, dragged me out of, you know, dark depression, you know, all
many
hope.
times, many
Yeah, yeah,
times.
many times. Still does now. If ever I'm a bit low, it's one of Zack's films. You know, Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, or Zack Snyder's Justice League. You know, particularly Batman versus Superman because, you know, I've been waiting for that movie since I was like 7 or 8 years old. You know, I've been arguing and, you know, playing around with my friends who would win Batman versus Batman or Superman, you know, since we were kids, you know, and to see that on screen, you know,
Oh my gosh,
what
dream
more can
come
I
true.
say? Yeah, it was his dream come true.
I
And
remember walking home that night after watching Batman vs Superman. And it was like 2 months after my dad had passed. And like
yeah,
I remember that whole walk, I was just in a daze because I could not believe what I had just seen. You know, it was
yeah,
just so overpowering and so much to think about and process.
yeah. Well, it still
Not like
does
anything.
now. It still does now. I still watch it and I notice something else, or it triggers something in my mind.
Yeah.
You know, and you know the thought process, and Deborah Snyder said, I can't remember her exact words, was, you know, these films weren't meant to be watched, you know, a one and done. You know, they were meant to be studied and watched many times. That was the plan. You know, these aren't you know, popcorn flicks, as we should say.
Yeah, and I can't tell you how many times I've seen that
Look, talking to you, Marvel.
now.
No, no, Marvel's done really great actually
Yeah, it's doing
recently.
good. It's just the rewatch value, you
It's
know.
the rewatch. It's the rewatch value. I've heard a lot of people. The Multiverse of Madness is quite good. I don't
Yeah,
know. I'm
I
always
haven't seen it yet either. I got
nah,
it
nah,
yesterday to be
no.
funny, but I haven't
But
seen it yet.
you know, there's, Moon Knight as well. I know
Oh,
we was talking about DC, but that was actually really good.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it was actually really good. Oscar Isaacs is really good in that.
It's the
Um,
cape.
yeah, yeah, it's the Cape. But yeah, I think that they'd be better off sticking with that formula. Really, you know,
Yeah.
Disney Star Wars has done so well with its you know, Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett, and
Right.
we've got Obi-Wan Kenobi coming out. It
I'm
seems
so
to.
ready for that everyone.
Oh, seriously, Obi-Wan Kenobi is the
So good.
one.
It
You know,
is.
that's going to be, you know, it's going to be so good. It's such a great year this year for the fans. You
Yeah.
know, but Obi Wan
I
is,
mean, it's been falling off there for a little bit. You know, it's time to come
it,
back strong.
yeah. I think there's a lot to do with, you know, the COVID, you know, the pandemic.
Right.
A lot of stuff got pushed back, and obviously in that time, not a lot was being made.
Yeah.
So it's going to take a while, you know, for it all to catch up.
That's right.
And yeah, with the Warner Media Discovery merger, you know, is in full swing now.
Oh yeah.
And you know, Clay Stoll, we mentioned, you know, Zach's assistant director has been posting hints, but that one,
Wow.
not is it not yesterday or the day before? I can't remember. It was a
It
couple
was
of
like
days ago.
yeah.
But he actually said, keep up the good fight, Snyder fans. I can't remember exactly what he
Yeah.
put, but it was the eggs thing again.
Yeah, that
You
was
know,
good.
and
I got
I'm
my link for that too.
yeah, that's like pretty big. And he said, you know, like I wouldn't be saying these things if there wasn't something to it.
Yeah. Exactly. I was
And
like, man, you're sitting here telling us without telling us.
yeah, yeah, because like, you know, there's certain rules and laws, but about spoiling surprises, and there's certain things you can't talk about. The actors. Some actors are so terrible at keeping secrets that they're not even given a real script.
Right.
Tom Holland, for instance, Spider-Man. He likes to spoil something, and Mark Ruffalo's the same. The Hulk. They give him a fake script and don't tell him the ending.
They don't find out until the day of.
They don't find out until the movie's released because Disney, Kevin Feige doesn't trust them.
I don't blame him.
And that's the same thing. There's certain rules and certain laws and stuff, and
just like right before this happened, there was like three more DC films we were supposed to get this year, and now all of a sudden everything's getting reshoots.
Which is this is speculation, but I'm thinking that these would be alterations to fit the SnyderVerse. Tone down the comedy maybe a little bit. Nothing wrong with comedy. I love a bit of comedy, but no, it's I think that's there's the thing where apparently
to take the serious moments seriously.
Like Peacemaker with the Justice League sort of thing. It's thanks for trying, but no thanks. We want the real Justice League. Do you know what I mean? Not the dollar store Justice League.
That's so bad, dude.
Yeah, I know. But what can you do? But like in the Flash, upcoming Flash, there's been so many different. I think it's been going on since 2017 or 2016. I can't remember, but it keeps getting new directors, and it keeps changing all the time. But one of the most recent changes apparently is Ben Affleck is stuck in another timeline, which I'm taking a guess would be the SnyderVerse timeline. You must come and save us, Barry.
He don't get like a doppelganger or something.
No. I think I'm just presuming that something goes seriously wrong with the multiverse in the Flash, and that's why Michael Keaton is Batman, and apparently might be Thomas Wayne as well somehow. I don't know how that's going to work, but no, because it's supposed to be Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Being another Bruce or something, but
yeah. Well, not 100% sure about that. But that was another. We've talked about this before. Another missed opportunity. But all this stuff can happen now, like Jeffrey Dean Morgan's. It's too late for the Flash. It's been filmed. It'd be too much money to throw away. I think it's over 200 million. It's gone into it already, so they can't just scrap it. They've got to kind of adjust it a little bit.
Mold what they've already got. And then continue the SnyderVerse. Fingers crossed. Try to patch from there.
But it's been great fun watching all these hints, and I've been we've been showing people this for a long time now, and so have Mikey Sutton and Sil Abdul. Mikey's got a lot of insiders in the business or whatever it is. I'm not quite sure how that works, but we're posting these things, and it was the same as the Snyder Cut. But before the Snyder Cut, we was posting these clues to people, and they were still saying it doesn't exist. And now it's changed to it's not happening. Move on. And we're actually showing you these things, like these Jay Olivia posting storyboards from the Batfleck movie, saying hashtag internet not ready. I mean, you don't have to be Sherlock Holmes to work that out. Something is seriously going on, because like I've said before, people like Jay Olivia and whatever, they wouldn't be teasing us if there was nothing to it. They wouldn't do that. They never have done. You know, like I said again, you know, if it was over and done with, they would actually say, look, guys, it's been a good fight. It's time to pack up our bags and, you know, just enjoy what we've got. But they've
keep putting it out there for us to, you know, keep following. You know,
they wouldn't.
Keep telling us to keep the light up and all that.
That's it. And they're saying, just, you know, Zach says, you know, don't give up hope. You know, just keep doing it. Same with Jay. Same with Clay Staub. You know, there's been, you know, several people involved in, you know, actors and stuff like Joe Mangalone. Oh, we can never pronounce his name right.
I can't remember. It's like Manganello or something.
Manganello, that's it. Manganello. Joe Manganello. Deathstroke has been sort of, one minute he was saying, oh, that's that time's passed, and now he's kind of changed his profile picture back to Deathstroke. And is posting pictures.
It's all going down for sure.
Posting pictures of an action figure of Deathstroke on his Instagram. You know, which is all, yeah, which is all really exciting stuff. And you know, it's nothing's written in stone, but yeah, I think it's definitely
I like it's in stone.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's being chiseled into into it now. Yeah,
we just can't read it yet. We can't go see it, look at it.
No, that's it. We're just gonna have to play the waiting game.
Yeah.
And again, it's like when the Snyder Cut was released. You know, when they dropped Restore the SnyderVerse, the naysayers and the haters. You know, I was going to say a small part of me feels sorry for them, but nah. No. It's gonna be internet silence from them, you know, until they find a new way to hate on Zack Snyder and the fans, you know, and you know, like when the Snyder Cut was released, there's so many people, you know, particularly
when it finally was announced, it was like. It was all forgotten about and forgiven, and like nobody was like really hating on him or anything. It was like they were so thinned out, they didn't exist anymore.
No,
you know, like,
which is great.
And then over a little bit of time, all of a sudden they started coming back out the woodworks, you know, and it got thicker and thicker again because they felt like that was it. It was over. Now we can just bash Snyder fans again, you know.
Yeah, bash Snyder and the fans again. Like once the hype had died down from Zack Snyder's Justice League, they were back at it, and you know, I just hope people have learnt their lesson this time. That, you know, like we've got nothing but good intentions. You know, sometimes we can have a laugh, be a little bit obnoxious with our jokes and stuff, but you know,
somebody laugh, you make their day better, you know, and that's all
exactly
what it's about, you know. It's about AFSP and mental health.
That's it.
And trying to make people feel better.
That's right, and you know, I've got a little project I'm working on at the moment for our group, Restore the SnyderVerse, the Snyder Knights. We'll talk about a little bit about that now, actually. You know, I've got something hopefully lined up with Ink to the People to represent our thing. You know, I started the group in 2020, December 16th, and you have been my partner in crime. We built it together with all our amazing team of admins. And, you know, like the Snyder Night has now become a common term in the fandom.
You know, name for us, you know.
Yeah, and I've been quite proud of that. Like that's you know, people on Twitter they've made their profiles their name / Snyder Night. You know, I'm just like, wow. You know, that all come from, you remember, from that meme that I made about Luke and Obi-Wan. Yeah, I fought in the Snyder Cut Wars. You know, yeah, that's just incredible. But you know, but we've got such a history, you know, with being admins of groups and stuff. There was, we've said about this before. There was a group before we done Restore the SnyderVerse.
that was like right before the Snyder Cut. I was right after the Snyder Cut was announced, and
Yeah,
it was like in the middle of the night, and then all of a sudden we just got swiped. And then
yeah,
I felt like that was just to try to knock us down, but
yeah,
we ended up growing bigger after growing stronger because of it. And I just try to look at it as like a stepping stone, you know.
yeah, yeah. Same, same. It was terrible that day because we'd all put, especially you, had put so much hard work and effort into making that, release the Snyder Cut group, great. And you made me admin, and several of our admin team in the Snyder Nights now are from that group, and but it's all worked out in the end. I think Restore the SnyderVerse, the Snyder Nights is doing pretty well. We're just past
Oh yeah, it's doing great.
60,000 members now. So, and it's nice to hear the feedback from
Yeah,
people.
it's looking great.
Yeah. Your picture's messing up a little bit. It doesn't matter though, as long as we can hear you. Yeah, that's it. It's gone back to normal now. But it's nice to hear the feedback from people because there's times in the fandom where we have toxic situations. Which what's that? Yeah, don't worry, just sort it out. This is live on television. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's coming through. Yeah,
All right. Cool.
yeah. Sorry, I'll go back to what I was saying.
I lost
There's
you for a
times in,
second. I don't know.
huh?
I lost you for a second there. I don't know.
Yeah, it must have been the internet connection or something. There's times in a fandom where there's been sort of situations that cause a lot of divide. Like the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker. There was a lot of arguing, over that, and but
Damn.
but now things sort of calmed down. It's we get a lot of good feedback from people. This is my favourite group because you kind of we're trying to make it a safe place for Snyder fans
Yeah.
to enjoy themselves and love what they love. Obviously the trolls get in, and we have to block them. John King has been great at that recently with bringing down the hammer on the Snyder fans, fake fans or whatever you want to call them. Because at the end of the day, it's got Snyder written at the top of the group. If you're not, a fan of Snyder, then what are you doing here? It's not just for DC. It is for Zack Snyder. And the campaign and stuff. So, and then situations like when they announced the Black Superman movie
Right.
on Henry Cavill's birthday as well,
Yeah,
which
that was
was
pretty messed
again
up.
pretty messed up, spiteful thing.
It weren't
But
like that
what it
this year
done
though.
is, huh?
It weren't like that this year though.
No, they posted "Happy Birthday, Henry Cavill."
It did.
So they did. So that's already a big change there, and but that caused so many arguments. And what it was, there was a lot of people that were saying, there's nothing wrong with Black Superman movie, which there ain't. It's great, but it'd be great if they'd done Calvin Ellis or or
Exactly.
Val
Oh
Zod,
God.
but the Warner Brothers were saying we're just going to redo Clark Kent. We had
I
people in the
never
comments.
understood was why they didn't just promote characters that were already black, like Cyborg or John Stewart Jr. and
Yeah,
did
I
what
know.
Zack was already trying to do.
This has been such a as you know, I've done so many posts about this over the years. Several of my friends that are big massive superhero fans that are black have said what, like the same, make the characters that we've got, changing a white character into a black character is a bit of an insult, really. And I've kind of agree with them. It's the race swapping thing's okay sometimes because comics were come out a long time ago, you know, in the 30s and 40s, which wasn't a great time for, you know, ethnicities and stuff. So a lot of the characters were white. So I can understand that. You know, like Nick Fury was a great example. I grew up with Nick Fury as grey sideburns as a white guy. But in that particular case, that really worked well. And now I don't even register the old Nick Fury. I think of Nick Fury as Samuel Jackson. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's just that's one particular thing where it worked. Yeah, but people were kind of joining the groups just to have a fight about racism, you know, over that Black Superman thing, and that was terrible.
Everybody deserves a chance, you know.
Yeah.
Like even like after Zack Snyder finishes his arc, you know, I'm more than happy to accept anybody else to pick up Justice League. Like I just want to see this arc finished. And I'm
same.
A DC fan all the way to my bones, you know.
I'm the same. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's I do like Marvel. I've been a Marvel fan as well, but like I'm, you know, same as him. It's in my blood. You know, I'm a DC fan.
I'd love to see somebody pick up Marvel and take that more seriously, you know?
Yeah, like some of the X-Men movies, you know, like Logan and, you know, some of them were quite, you know, serious and dark.
They're gold, they really are.
Yeah, that's great. And, you know, yeah, it's, like you said, you know, once Zach's done his thing and this story's played out, you know, it's going to be great. But apparently, fingers crossed again, we might be getting Man of Steel 2. I know that phrase winds a lot of people up because Batman versus Superman is Man of Steel 2. And maybe a Man of Steel 3. You know, and again, hopefully, you know, Zack Snyder would be involved in that somehow. It would be great if he directed, you know, some of them, you know, but that's you know, there's so many great directors out there that could direct a continuation of Man of Steel, like Brainiac, and personal favourite of mine would be Metallo. I've always wanted to see live. Awesome. Yeah, it's been done in you know, like Smallville and things like that in the past, but not in video. Yeah, it's not been done on the, you know, the movie scale before. And, you know, apparently he was supposed to be in Batman versus Superman, but that got changed for some reason. Yeah. He was originally one of the villains in the original idea, I think. Yeah, that's something that has been floating around. And also with the Batfleck movie, I know getting way ahead of ourselves here with this, but there's talk that, you know, there might be more of them solo, you know, which is another thing people have been saying. You know, I can understand a little bit because of the way Ben Affleck's, you know, had troubles, you know, and stuff with the studios and things like that. But
you know, and substance abuse.
Yeah, that's it. And you know, I said this to Richard Centrone. It you know, it doesn't matter if you've got £1 billion or you've got, you know, fuck all, or you just whatever, you know, like myself and yourself, you know, just normal guys. We all suffer with the same, you know, open to be, you know, problems and stuff, and you know, people sort of kind of forget that, but you know, and we've been saying again, Ben Affleck will be back. You know, he's got the, you know, he's got the passion for it. He's you know, he's a massive Batman fan himself. He is. You know, and that's obviously why he agreed to do the role. It's like, oh my god, yeah, that's the dream role. That's like,
without a doubt, he's gonna be back.
Yeah, it's like, you know, like it's like getting a role for James Bond. You don't just, you know, throw that away. You know, I understand he wants to do his separate projects, you know, dramas and stuff like that, which I've really enjoyed. You know, the Live by Night, which it's a really, really good gangster film, and The Way Back, you know, which was kind of a love letter, you know, because of his problem with addiction, and that was about a basketball teacher that was, suffered from alcoholism. And that really hit me hard, that movie, because of Ben and because of my own personal problems. Right, back again. Bit of a technical hitch there. Don't know what happened there, but never mind. These things happen. Yeah, so I don't know where we was at there. A complete. Oh yeah, the Batfleck movie. Yeah, we'll possibly be getting more of them, which would be great. Because I think, I'm not sure if it was the original plan, but it's Deathstroke and Jared Leto's Joker in the first one. I don't know if that's changed and that was a new thing, but like again, Jared Leto's a massive buzz around doing the reshoots for, not the reshoots, the extended footage for Zack Snyder's Justice League. He was very excited about that, and I'm presuming
he was the one that was saying the restore the SnyderVerse hashtag was a really great hashtag.
Yeah, that was really nice to hear that coming from him. He said, yeah, restore the SnyderVerse. That's a cool hashtag. Yeah, and so obviously Warner Brothers, old Warner Brothers, wasn't very good, and they sort of turned their back on Zack a little bit. But I think that these things like what Jared Leto, as or Leto, should I say? I always get that wrong. Are going to start to come to pass, and the eye cut of Suicide Squad. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I'm not 100%. I think there's about 40 minutes missing. Not just that though, they redone a lot of the scenes, so there'll be a lot of the similar stuff.
More score driven and all that.
Yeah. So that's going to be a great way to start off. The Restore the Snyderverse is to release that. Release that first, and then go in with the big guns with Justice League 2 and 3 and the Batfleck movie, things like that. So
more dreams just coming true,
Yeah, it seems us Snyder fans are a bit blessed.
We are, W's in the future,
Yeah. It's going to be great, and I've got really massive faith in David Zaslav, the head of Warner Media Discovery. He seems to be cleaning house, shall we say?
Yeah, take out the trash.
Take out the trash, start afresh. Which is going to be great. A lot of these.
When you started name dropping the Trinity, I was just like, "Yo, this is
the
dude right here.
This is the man." And he praised Batman versus Superman. And so he gets it. Because yeah, he gets it. Because Batman versus Superman's been one of the most talked about.
Still talked about. Like
today.
You look around on social media, like who else is like really talking about Civil War anymore? Or
no one. Marvel's done great with their continuity and things like that, but yeah, it's their
rewatch value.
Rewatch value. That's it. It's you got. Yeah, it's going to be amazing, and he's saying a more connected universe, and so it'd be great to have Matt Reeves' Batman universe, say 3 movies, possibly maybe 4, and then the TV show spinning off of that, and then the Snyderverse will be the main big shebang. You know, no disrespect to Matt Reeves, the Batman, or whatever, but that's a bit more low key. You know, you know, it's not, we're talking about dark side war here. This, you know, this is good.
It don't get no better than that. I mean,
No, you know, these stories of.
They want to just fall back to more Batman, which is fine. I mean, I'm enjoying the Batman. You know, like it's cool.
Yeah,
But, I
same.
mean, we've already come this far. I'm ready to see Infinite Crisis. You know,
Yeah,
why am I gonna
yeah.
fall back and watch a fight between him and the Penguin? Like,
No, no, no. And it is great. I rewatched the Batman the other day for the second time. I saw it at the cinema with my brother, and then I watched it at home for the first time. And again, rewatched fairly good. The second time, it was, you know, like a sort of,
throw a little more on you.
huh?
He's just lacking in so many places. Which
Yeah.
is fun. You know, he's got a lot of room to grow.
Yeah, he has, and you know, because it's a detective story, you know, like say watching an episode of Columbo.
Right.
Once you've seen it, yeah, you know who done it. You know who done it, yeah, and that's kind of a little bit the problem with the Batman. I think is, you know, it's
What
detect.
triggered me with him was that he just kept going up to the door of Penguin's bar or whatever, and knocking on the door, and he talked to him, and he'd be like, "You know who I am?" He'd do it as Batman and Bruce Wayne, and it's just like none of these people have realized this is the same person.
Yeah, I know, and that was a major gripe for me. But he's
I
great
felt really
though.
bad for the twins. Like they dumbed them down really bad.
Huh?
The twins that answered the door.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was, you know, shame. But yeah, anyway, I think maybe Matt Reeves will learn a little bit from that. But one of the reasons I wasn't, you know, really that hyped was, you know, with the behind the scenes Warner Brothers stuff. You know, I'm probably going to lose some subscribers for this, but I didn't like the Planet of the Apes movies that he done. I thought the first one was okay
The
because
first one was really cool. I mean,
it had deep and meaningful story with the, you know, the Alzheimer's side of it and stuff. But
the second and third one seemed a little thin.
yeah, it's kind of like the third Hobbit film, the Battle of the Five Armies. You know,
Just
that
waiting
was,
for the climax to happen.
yeah, it's just like, you know, pretty boring if you ask me. But I think he's done all right. He's done all right, and
Yeah.
you know, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, we'll see some sort of version of Mr. Freeze in that universe. Is my favourite character. People are always shocked when I say that. You know, I say, "Who's your favourite villain?" I say Mr. Freeze every time. You know, they're presuming I'm going to say the Joker or, you know, Bane or, you
No,
know,
I
some,
always say Clayface. Clayface is like my go-to.
yeah, Clayface. Yeah, that's another great character that hasn't been utilised.
In live action yet.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that's another character. But for me, Mr. Freeze is, you know, is such an emotional story. You know, with his wife. And his friendship with Batman as well, because aside from trying to reach his goal of you know, cryogenics, and he was just basically stealing money for his science, you know.
Right.
But aside from that, he actually got along with Batman. If you see in even in Batman of the Future, Batman Beyond, Mr. Freeze's episode. You know, they touched on that again. That Mr. Freeze is just a little bit crazy. He's not really that bad of a villain. You know, he's not going, you know, like Joker and things like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Mind.
yeah, Joker's just completely insane. That could be done really well. I hope that they base it on Bruce Timm's animated series, Mr. Freeze. That would be cool because you know, the Riddler was a great character in the Batman, but that was, definitely didn't look anything like the Riddler at all. I quote Mikey Sutton here, trash bag man.
It looks like, I don't know where he was going with that mask.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll grow too.
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll get to see him in, a bit more of an accurate kind of suit, and the same with Robert Pattinson's Batman suit. I totally get that. It's early days.
Yeah, even as Bruce Wayne is weak. It's not exactly the playboy billionaire.
No, but he can grow into that, and hopefully
he fall right into it.
Yeah.
That hair, shines himself up.
Yeah, and it's the same with the suit. If they upgraded the suit, as time goes, the story progresses. I think that would be such a big deal. That, I'm really hoping for the DCAU, the old animated movies, where it's kind of got a little bit of a chin strap thing. I quite like that suit, and I think that would really fit well into Pattinson's or Matt Reeves' world. So fingers crossed for that. That's just a little bit of a thing that I'm hoping for. But yeah, so with
DC content is great.
Huh?
Anything more DC content is great.
Yeah, it is, and I've been disappointed by some of it, but there's something for everyone. There's lots of different types of fans out there.
I wish more people were more open-minded to changes in different universes.
Yeah, that's right. So do I.
Oh, Zack Snyder didn't keep this comic accurate, and I'm just like, well, how I see it, it's improved. This is so much cooler.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're still doing it now. I never really engage much of it anymore, but the comments of, say, some of the bigger pages like comicbook.com and stuff, and people are still rabbiting on about how Zack Snyder ruined my childhood. It's like, let it go. But yeah, it's just 100% my.
He improves my adulthood, is what I say.
Yeah, same, exactly. 100%. He really has. He's given us, in my opinion, the greatest Batman, and the greatest Superman, the greatest Wonder Woman. Cyborg. Yeah, and characters like Aquaman. Never really liked Aquaman as a character when I was growing up. I'll be honest with you.
That's like perfect casting,
I never liked Aquaman as a character, and Zack Snyder's made me now a fan of Aquaman because, he's made him cool, and Jason Momoa's.
I never liked Aquaman either.
No, I'm being brutally honest. You get these fans that go, I was always a fan. When Deadpool came out, people were like, I've been a Deadpool fan my whole life. We're like, I've never heard you mention Deadpool once.
Honestly, there's a lot of these characters that I just learned about, after Civil War. I started learning more about Marvel characters, and it's like my whole world opened up.
Yeah, same. And I'm so thankful for, the real deep into.
I didn't know who Black Panther was.
No, I did know who Black Panther was. I had a couple of the comics of that. But again, I wasn't, majorly a fan.
But, I fell in love with him and the character. I wish he was still here to do it again. Yeah,
rest in peace, Chadwick. That was just one of the worst things that happened, in the superhero genre, really.
Yeah.
That's yeah, he'll be missed, and I don't know how they're going to handle that in the future. Whether they're going
they'll probably have his sister take it or something.
Yeah, sister taking over maybe. Yeah, I don't know. If replacing him would be a good idea, really. Not only would be kind of a little bit disrespectful, but I just don't think it'd go down well with the audiences because, no, it's that's
like character rest.
Yeah, move on.
Bring it back another way or something.
Bring him back, bring him back some multiverse way or something. I don't know, but yeah, that's Chadwick was an amazing actor, and such a strong character. Being able to carry on filming, while he had cancer, I can remember people making fun of the picture of him when he was really skinny.
Yeah.
And after his death, they soon at their words. Be careful who you make fun of. That guy was dying of cancer. You look pretty fucking stupid now, don't you? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And there's been a lot of that going online, over the years. You never know what anyone's going through. Yeah. Not just actors, but the fans as well. Yeah, they presume a lot. We've all got our own private lives that sometimes we don't like to talk about online. Things go wrong. We have our own family problems and stuff, and
I always turn to SnyderVerse.
So do I. So do I.
Save me, even if they don't exist.
Yeah, that's right. But again, if you go Samuel Jackson in Unbreakable, when he explains that superheroes just the same as when the Greeks and the Macedonians told stories of Zeus, the old gods. They've just they're inspired us. They're just a modern version of Zeus and Achilles and all these great heroes and stories that were told. They were basically the original comic books. Again,
that's the first one.
What's that?
Like the Bible, that's the first one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's just the same thing. It's just a very good story to point you in the right direction. I'm not super religious myself, but I get it. I understand it.
Get it?
Yeah, that's great. But so we've got so much to look forward to with what's coming up with Warner Brothers. I'm not sure exactly when the dates are or when things are going to start getting announced, but it's
it shouldn't be long.
Probably it shouldn't.
Next year.
Yeah, hopefully sometime this year, maybe October. That's normally when DC Fandom's about. I know we've been here before with. I hope they'll announce it at DC Fandom and stuff, but that would be a great time to do it, or at least release.
Who I want to tell me though. I want Zach to go somewhere and post that he's holding another watch party.
Yeah.
Because I want to watch Zack Snyder Justice League with him. That'd be cool.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that day when he, announced the Snyder Cut on Vero, and Chris Hughes, Dr. Manhattan, who's coming on the channel very soon. So watch out for that, guys. He was in the video with Zach and Henry Cavill. And
Chris was, and I had been following and using Dr. Manhattan stuff constantly through the years, and I finally realized who he was, and I was just like, my mind.
Yeah, well, I had been speaking to him the day before, and then I saw him on the screen. I went, "What? Is that Chris?" I messaged him that day. I went, "Holy fucking shit, man!" He was right there. You know, and that's what's great about this fandom. You know, we've all had our little moments like that with. You know, that's just incredible for Chris, though. You know, that's just, I love that so much. We're going to talk about that more, you know, when he comes on. But
it never gets old.
no, it don't. Like, you know, like the announcement for Batman versus Superman at San Diego Comic-Con, I think it was.
Yeah.
That's still to this day, it gives me chills, man. That was just so fucking good, you know, like. You know, because of the old, you know, age-old argument that, you know, if Superman wanted to, he could really smash Batman straight into the pavement if he wanted to. But at the end of the day, Superman's a good guy and Batman is not. And that's how he wins. You know what I mean?
I think the roles were reversed.
Yeah.
Batman would have just killed Superman.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right. He's a mean son of a bitch. Yeah. So yeah, savage. The savage bat. Yeah. So yeah, what we've got, lots of exciting stuff coming up on this channel as well, which I'll be getting you on again. Where we'll have, you know, so the audience knows, multiple people from the fandom. On the stream at the same time, live. I'm thinking of doing something like maybe once a fortnight, so you can, you know, put your opinions in the comments and we can answer your questions. You know, Jeremy will be a regular guest. You know, he's Team Snyder Night, so you know, yeah, and we've got more of our team will be coming on the channel, and they'll be joining these streams as well. And you know, I've got a few special guests lined up, so yeah, it's going to be amazing times ahead. And you know, the next however long the SnyderVerse goes on for, you know, when it's restored, we've got some crazy years ahead of us now. Yeah. You know, it's going to be some good. This is going to be back to the good old days, you know, of you know, when the Snyder Cut was announced. You know, that same buzz, that same energy from the fans. You know, it's been going great, but it's going to go supersonic. It's going to go nuclear. You know what I mean? I'm really looking forward to that, because at the end of the day, I am a fan. And nothing gives me greater pleasure to see the fans happy and enjoying themselves, you know. And we've been through some dark times with, you know, the idiots in the old Warner Brothers, and things are really started.
We pushed through it together, though, you know.
Yeah, we all got through it together. Fandom, and this is what it's all about, you know, united. You know, so unfortunately we've lost some people along the way. You know, hopefully they'll come back. But you know, they'll find their way. They'll join us in the sun, as Jarrell says. Yeah, they'll join you in the sun, and that's going to be great times. And I think that's going to really, yeah, bring people together. And you know, it's going to be really exciting stuff. And yeah, I just. Yeah, so am I. Honestly, it's just, you know, I said before, I'm not a fan of sport or anything like that. But when that announcement drops, it's going to be like scoring a goal. Like I'm going to be screaming my head off, running. Yeah. My neighbours are probably going to think, "What the fucking hell is going on?" Yeah, I think I might do that. They'll be like, "What's the SnyderVerse?" I'll be like, "It's coming! Get in there!"
Wait, you got HBO Max? Subscribe.
Yeah. We don't have HBO Max here yet. We've got Now TV. Yeah. But there's a deal that runs out, I think, in 2023 with Sky and Warner Brothers. That's the reason We haven't got HBO Max here. It's going to be in Europe a little bit, but not the UK. But fingers crossed that eventually that will be in Britain as well. So that would be great because that's
that would help the streaming. So.
Yeah, that would. It's such a silly thing that it's been chopped up and for over the different countries because it do so well. Because all the best content, all my favourite stuff is Warner Brothers animation, Warner Brothers movies, just recently things like June and stuff. They've had a couple of shitters, shall I say? Mortal Kombat was a bit disappointing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and and the Matrix as well. Jesus, that was.
I don't know what's going on. What they were.
Yeah, I've come to the thing now with the Matrix. I just enjoy the original trilogy and just pretend the new one doesn't exist.
Yeah. Neo's still dead.
Huh? Yeah.
Neo's still dead.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was the end of Neo. And that's it. It's the same with Star Wars, really. As far as I'm concerned, I would even go as far to say the end of Star Wars for me was the end of The Force Awakens when Luke gives Ray gives Luke the lightsaber. That was the ending.
That was it.
She found Luke and it's great.
Over.
Yeah, it's over. It's finished.
Beautiful.
I'm sure there's going to be some Star Wars fans out there screaming at the screen right now. Goddamn Batman and his... Just leave the sequels alone, man. Fuck the sequels. They're fucking shit. Oh, yeah. Never going to let that one go either. I'm telling you.
I just couldn't get into them. I don't know.
No. I'm only kidding. No disrespect to the fans, but with so many great Star Wars shows coming out now. I'm fine with that. Just move on. It's done.
Yeah.
Like 2017 Justice League. It doesn't exist.
Yeah, like
it's gone.
Zack Snyder's Justice League. Let's get 2 and 3, some Batman film, and Henry Cavill Superman. And I'm gonna be able to move on.
Yeah, I will. Obviously, I'm still going to enjoy DC stuff, but the fight will. The fight will. The fight will be, officially over. Then, we're not just going to go on. Just enjoy it. Enjoy the movies. Like we do with Zack's trilogy.
How it was when I first started, when Man of Steel came out. I was just here to enjoy it, and I thought it was successful. As successful. I mean, like when the BVS happened and it fell. I don't think it was like a failure or anything, but compared to like films that are out today or whatnot, people say it wasn't a success.
Yeah.
But crowd just didn't push it. They were more into like what Marvel was doing, and it was a competing thing. So it was just like bash what DC's trying to do because Marvel's doing it better.
Yeah, I know. That was such a shame, and it didn't turn out very well for people like Collider and Rotten Tomatoes and stuff like that. Rotten Tomatoes have released several articles on their site. I don't approve of Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's a broken system. It's ruined. That kind of thing ruins the movie experience. To be honest with you,
I see what people say about movies and stuff, and critics or whatnot, but most of the time I just ignore it and find out for myself.
Yeah, well, that's the best. That's what we've always said to do. But Rotten Tomatoes have made several posts saying we was wrong about Man of Steel because that got a really bad, not really bad, but not a great rating, and they made an article saying we was wrong. And they've done the same with Batman versus Superman. So, it's appreciated for the apology, but, I think that's kind of a little bit of damage control because people now are realising that, you make your own mind up. Don't listen to a bunch of pretentious critics. a lot of them get perks, from these companies, whether it's Warner Brothers or Disney. They get invited to premieres or get special gifts and stuff. So it's not it's they're being biased. So for silly reasons really, and I don't think that's very fair. And I have always said, ignore Rotten Tomatoes. IMDb's not too bad. But things like that, it's just a case of make your own mind up.
Yeah,
There's been so many.
Enjoy what you love and what you want to support.
Yeah, and what you want to support, and that's fine. That's fine. Like I'll just go back to the Star Wars stuff. No disrespect, a lot of fans like them movies, and they dress up in the cosplays and all that. I respect that, and I admire it. I just personally, for me, that was nah. That was a no-no for me. But we've all got our own personal preferences.
If you notice, I try not to bash the fans who enjoy certain content. So I'm just bashing the content.
Yeah, and I do the same. And people, we're all me and you, and some, other the YouTubers and things over the years. We rub people up the wrong way. With just mucking around really. Not realising that we're only having a laugh.
Yeah, some people really get hurt over it. I really don't. I'm not trying to hurt anybody.
No, me neither. Me neither. Me neither.
Don't like it. Keep scrolling.
Yeah. Keep scrolling. But yeah, no, it's great, and like we were saying, Zack Snyder fans we've been attacked right over the years so many times. I'm not saying that there's not toxic fans in the Snyder fandom. There is. It's a very small percentage that not dropping any names, but that have become quite famous, for being so bad. But we're not all like that. It's like 99%. Just want to get the SnyderVerse. We just wanted to get release the Snyder Cut, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and we got it. And now it was as simple as that.
But I believe in the SnyderVerse. I also believe in a whole multiverse. I
definitely
like the idea of multiple variations of characters. Different Batman and different Superman.
Yeah, same.
Very big, multiverse. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how the animated movies work and the comics work. There was different versions.
Yeah. With the Flash has reset the timeline twice in the animated movies now.
Right.
Which that's just a part and parcel of the story. That's just how it works, and I really look forward to those future things, and welcome it with open arms. But finish what you started first. Right. Anyway, that's going to be nearly an hour with those. So we'll wrap that up here. Thank you so much for coming on, Jeremy. And
I'm happy. It's been a pleasure.
And on a personal note, thank you for being a good friend to me. You've always been there for me, loyal, good friend. And like I said, we're going to get you back on the channel to do these live streams and talk directly to the audience like some of the other channels do, and hopefully have some good fun.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah. So if you haven't already, check out Jeremy Piner's page on Facebook. He's the DC comedian. You probably posted some of his memes or seen his memes already. A lot of DC pages like to nick his memes and not give him any credit.
That's not right, though.
No, what's going on there? It's happened to me so many times. The worst one was 9gag. Massive page, there's millions of people. And I messaged them saying, we can at least give me a little bit of credit. And they just ignored me. Yeah, fuck you.
Nobody ever wants to get credit.
Yeah, yeah. It's you know what I mean. It doesn't harm. You know what I mean. We don't make any money out of this. Do you know what I mean? It's right. Anyway, cool. We'll call it a day. And thank you very much. And I'll speak to you soon, mate.
Yes, sir.
Batman out.